So was, when you kind of read it back or in the reading process, was there a tip or a remembering around animal communication that really landed for you?
It's my first experience. I've never written a book. I never imagined that I would write a book. And interestingly, it kind of ties in with the theme of the message of the book, because for some reason, I believe I couldn't write. I used to say that a lot. I can't write, I can't write, I can't write. And then, and people will say to me, no, we like reading your, posts on social media. And I said, yeah, but that's just a short little thing, So I was, we do this negative talk that's so familiar that we're not even aware that we're saying it. And when I got the stories from these 12 animals at that time, I didn't even cross my mind to have a book. I was going to just showcase them as videos, because that's one of my kind of more familiar, modalities. And then as I was gathering these videos, again, this inspired thought, which also links very much with how we experience animal communication. So I believe that my own pets have inspired this. So I had this inspired thought that this needs to be a book. And I was like, what? I don't write. I said straight away, I don't write, I can't write. And then, as you know, synchronicity, I saw your 5-day challenge.
Oh, really? Wow.
It just came up, and I did it. And something about, I think on day 3, I can't actually remember the details, but on day 3, it was the exercises that you got us through. And I found myself writing these ideas down. Suddenly the topics came up and I was like, how did that happen? And because that happened, I thought, if I can do that in 5 days, where I'm coming in saying I can't write, what would actually happen if I continued? So this is the short version. So
you were one of the fastest to complete.
I remember.
And you're the fastest to publish.
Am I?
Yes, in that group. I mean, so I'm so glad that something had to open. I mean, this is always the way when you're trying to get around a negative belief, if I can't do this or I can't do that, is spaciousness, no mind, and then something comes in, like, really? What? And you were able to do that. And it makes sense, because your work, you're so good at your work of animal communication because you're open to receiving.
Yeah.
And so having that outline come through and having the book come through so fast and having, the rest of the draft.
Total surprise. And, when I hold this book in my hand, what it represents is this self-belief, because what it is a testament that if I continue to say I can't write, I have something here that goes, but you did.
You can.
And that's really my message for people who are learning animal communication. I run a lot of classes and I do mentoring, and I hear over and over again, really, and it can be disguised in different ways. They don't actually say, I don't believe myself. None of us are that aware, because nobody goes around saying, I don't believe myself. But everything that they're saying about their struggle or their blocks with communicating with their own pets specifically, because there's something about communicating with our own that somehow we question the most. It's just kind of strange, but it's just what we do, because we say things like, I already know this about them, so how can that information I receive be from them? So we question it much more with our own. But actually, when we really our own pets through animal communication allows us to believe ourselves when it comes to being able to receive intuitive information, telepathic information, animal, speak the animal language. And that's really.
And so many people in our community for the Awakened School are that way. They want those skills to develop their intuition, telepathy, communication with others, and just being able to pick up on signals too with other humans, not only that, and have the belief and kind of more confidence in themselves. So I cannot encourage everyone to get this book. I mean, what an amazing opportunity for an afternoon or a few days it'll take to read, to steep in these 12 stories of the animals and to increase your own self-belief, you can go and get a copy on or after Tuesday, November 29th. On Amazon. You can also go to animalcommunicationinsights.com to connect with Joanne. Please share this to anyone you know who would be interested in this book. I think it's a lot of people, even just this.
I hope